Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, it is I am the one and only Luigi here, and I am back for the likes of the Mexi Toys videos once again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more Let's Play of Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube / Nintendo 3DS. Mind you, we are still playing the GameCube version because you probably already know why. So, last time, we've essentially manage to start things off in Area 4 by not only we did somehow water that particular plant during the forms of in a boneyard for the third time, which as a result, it does manage to receive us the first gold diamond, alongside with some plentiful of coins and money notes and all that stuff. And in addition to that, once we able to actually access to another area, during the forms of that particular, well, third floor in particular, we do realize about the fact that we actually stumbled across into ourselves the blackout, which as a result, yeah, that is still by far the hardest part about the forms of this game in particular. But regardless of everything else though, we did somehow manage to find not only one, but 3 speedy spirits. So because of that though, yeah, we did somehow manage to find 3 speedy spirits in a blackout segment. In addition to that, speaking of which though, we did somehow manage to found not only all of those speedy spirits, but also we did somehow found every single gold mice in the entire playthrough so far, which I think is actually gone pretty well. So yeah, everything else will be pretty much accounted for. So because of this though, in addition to that, we also did manage to actually get the lights back up. And in addition to that, we also managed to take care of the forms of some 2 other portrait ghosts, which are Uncle Grimly, I think is what it says anyway, and Clockwork Soldiers, which is by far one of the hardest bosses in the game, just because you have to fight all 3 of those Clockwork Soldiers at the same time. But luckily, I somehow managed to achieve the gold frame of that particular run-through, so I'm very pleased for myself, you see. So anyway, today for this video is about the fact that we're going to be able to continue exploring through Area 4, and as a result, we can now able to actually do some more stuff here and there. So even then though, yeah, let's just go ahead and get this thing started, potentially speaking. So, of course, I need to bring my ice elements with me, because, relatively speaking, I was about the fact that, actually, kind of think about it though, I think we'll pretty much have to take care of the forms of one of those portrait ghosts for later, because I just realized we now got the key ever since in a sealed room, so that means we can now to actually access this particular room, as you can see. So, but again, it's entirely optional if you really want to go after that particular portrait ghost. But the reason why I came into this particular next room in the first place is because another set of booths will be in here. So because of this though, here we are on the forms of the sitting room. So yeah, I believe something tells me we need to utilize the fire element with us, so just in case we can to lit up the candles ever since in during the forms of in the dining room from Area 2, except now a whole bunch of gold ghosts now appeared. But luckily we can to utilize the fire elements, so just in case we can to burn them to ashes and stuff like that. Well, not necessarily burn into ashes, but to be more specifically, just let them go away. So because of that, and I believe, yep, it looks like we're about to stumble across into a fire element ghost, as you can tell. That's what the water element comes in. So because of that, once we're able to actually send the water right at them, basically though, we can to simply finish them off like so. And there we go, that's about it basically. But before we move along, we need to take care of this particular boo first. So, in some cases, once again, 100 health, so hopefully we will be able to actually catch him no matter what. And it's pretty easy. Certainly a lot more easier than the other ones, that's for sure. Including Burrang, as the name of the boo implies. So, anyways though, a few things I want to explain for this point today is that today's day is of course there is the 19th of October today, in some cases in 2023 today. Tomorrow marks the celebration of the release of Super Mario Bros. Wonder is going to be releasing tomorrow. So because of that though, still I'm very excited about that game, especially concerning for the fact that it's been a very long time since we've last got a brand new 2D Mario game ever since in the Wii U, at least if you want to count the Switch ports for the sake of the forms of 2019 or something. But either way, oh, it looks like we ended up in a guest room. Oh jeez, it looks like she doesn't want to wake up. And she's gonna tell us to go away. Well, no matter what though, since we still got ourselves our water element with us, so in this particular part right here, all you have to do is basically you have to wake her up for about 3 times with a simple water spray and stuff like that. Once you've done so, then sure enough she'll be awakened by that time, and after a while she will start to attack you, and as a result you can just simply well, suck the life out of her. So because of that, and obviously you have to watch out for her dolls, as you can tell, because if you get hit by those dolls, then obviously you will able to... Oh, nice! I got myself a go. Ah, dang it, I was so close to finish her off. Oh well, no big deal, because regardless, once again I'm gonna give myself my glorious gold frame, but that's super top-notch in my part, so it's just literally 2 health left, but that's okay, because we finally done it. So, anyway, and if you're probably wondering, how are we supposed to get that chest up there? Well, if we leave this particular guest room, something will happen if we able to get back into the sitting room, and that particular room decides to rumble, and this means it somehow shifts into the right side up. So, in some cases, now we can able to not only get the next boo, but also about the fact that we can now open up the green chest, which does contain the next diamond. So because of that, we're now on to 4 grey diamonds as far as I'm concerned. So I believe we've only got about 1 more grey diamonds left until we're basically done with the forms of the grey diamonds, as you can probably tell. So anyways, let's water this plant here to reveal another sapphire. So I believe we've only got 1 more sapphire left. So I think something tells me it's going to be at the very end. So we'll come across into that eventually. So, oh jeez, there's another bomb. So anyway, so yeah, I'm very excited able to play Super Mario Bros. Wonder until tomorrow, but here's the problem with this is that obviously I'm still currently playing through Sonic Superstars at this point, so hopefully by that time is about the fact that once I do manage able to complete, well, to be more specifically, when I was playing the game on my own time for a bit, on the Switch version most notably, I had a lot of fun playing the game, even though that the visuals is not that great on the Switch, but regardless of such though, the Switch still runs very, very well. Likely also for 60 frames per second, which I always appreciate. So even then though, that, yeah, not much else to say. So, but even then, oh yeah, let's talk about the forms of how the fact that no matter what though, unfortunately though, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 has been delayed again, except now there's a slight delay, and thus in addition to that, the physical release, specifically the Switch version most notably, has some slight significant changes, which as a result, I think it's probably best if we let some toy sales were able to mention more about it. When I somehow finish the first playthrough of Luigi's Mansion, or something relates to that, but even then, no, I think I should probably save that particular topic until in a later time, so... Anyway, so I think that takes care of the forms of, oh yeah, by the way, that ghost's name, by the way, that we've already taken care of, her name was, Sue P. So, yeah, she was a very, very young girl ghost, as far as I can definitely tell from the start. So, but then again, though, as I mentioned this before, I believe she's one of the optional, bosses you can able to take down. But that doesn't end off here, because there's technically 1 more optional fight you can able to actually deal with, but that something tells me is going to take place on the next room on the left. But before I get into that though, I need to double check what's beyond in the telephone room, because after the events of missing out on quite a lot of booze from time to time, well, mind you, about the fact no matter what though, I believe we've only just got about 8 more boos to go until we've basically done everything when it comes to capturing boos. Oh, Burrang is back. I still haven't get just to hit him once! Oh my god, but that's okay, because now we're able to actually lit up 2 of those rooms respectively, which is of course Clockwork Room, and there we go, now we finally deal some bit of damage to Burrang. I mean, whoever thought that Burrang Boo is actually ridiculously fast, so... Anyway though, I suppose no matter what though, it's about the fact that recently I just somehow, for some reason, going back into Mario Kart Tour again. That's mainly because about the fact that yesterday, that the Halloween toy is back on reruns, so... As a result, I don't know if I can able to actually get most of the content anyway though, but I suppose that particular topic will be in a later time, I suppose. But even then, no, enough about that. Although I can potentially try to able to utilize the ice elements to able to actually just to stun him, but it doesn't work that way, I don't think. Well, I have tried, but it's just the timing needs to be super accurate, so at least I was thinking about it, so... Ah, come on. Oh, jeez. I think, suffice to say, is that Area 4 boost is going to be really annoying to deal with. Oh, Boost Caster. Okay, I did not notice there was actually a unique name for that. But, oh, gosh, darn it, man. Oh, man. This might take a bit while, folks. This can take a really long while. But, either way, though, thankfully, though, is that going through one room to the other is not as tedious as the forms of how it does it on, let's say, in Luigi's Mansion 2 or something like that. Oh, please tell me they're about to go onto the right. Ah, one of those boosts is on the right, and then the other one is actually on the left, so... Oh, jeez. Area 4 boost is going to be pretty much a pain. So, at least luckily, as I said before, we've only got about 8 more boosts left until we get something that's grand and rewarding at the same time. So, even then, no, but then again, though, sometimes that they obviously move ridiculously fast at one form or another. So, yeah, there might be a couple of times that if you think you're about able to try to capture them within a single vacuum sucking up thing, but next you know is that you won't be able to actually guarantee to catch some of them during the course of an Area 4, so yeah, this could be a, well, you know what I'm saying. But then again, though, is about the fact that at least we actually got quite enough boost to capture until we're able to actually access the final room in the game. But if you really want to get out of your way to able to go for 100% playthrough, specifically not only the normal mode, but it's also with the second playthrough as well, that basically does that, well, I'll explain more about it until whenever we get to the second playthrough of the game, so... Anyways, here we go into the forms of the next room, as you can tell, and I think something tells me we need to activate something until when the ghosts decides to appear, so... Yeah, not much else to tell for this room. It's just all about the forms of those armored sculptures and stuff like that. Which every time whenever you do manage to able to interact with them, something is about to happen. So, but even then, at least thankfully we did somehow manage to able to open up not only one, but 2 chests. So it does manage to contain pink puncher ghosts. So, in addition to that, some more cash, which I always fully appreciated with that. So... Anyways, though, oh, talking of which, we actually stumbled across into a gold ghost right here. So hopefully we will be able to deal with one of them. But at least potentially speaking, though, is about the fact that there is technically another types of ghosts that it feels kind of similar to the forms of how it does it for Speedy Spirits in this game. That it usually appears to be by the forms of it in Luigi's Mansion 2, which appears to be by the forms of golden greenies, or gold greenies. Basically, they function kind of like the same way as the forms of how it does it for Speedy Spirits, except the only difference is that, well, I suppose we're all able to save that particular topic whenever we get onto Luigi's Mansion 2 until next year, so... But either way, thanks to the forms of the Switch re-release, so at the very least I can now able to actually do that Let's Play. I already mentioned about this so many times already, so... Anyway, I think something tells me I think I need to activate one last thing before we're able to see another ghost. So in some cases we have the blue ghost right here, so we can able to suck him up. And that pretty much takes care of the forms of this particular room. So, and that should able to give us yet another key, which I'm pretty sure that we almost done every single aspect about the forms of the 3rd floor. So no matter what though, I believe the last few locked doors is going to be, well, located somewhere during the forms of, well, there's only one room left that's, oh god, I totally forgot that Boo was practicing the forms of do a barrel roll kind of dodging technique right there, which as a result, it does kind of reminds me of like he did that move. Well, at least ever since in Boo lost his fight. So, at least if I was assuming so anyway though, but anyway. Oh, come on! Ah, those Boos. They just liked able to run the heck out of you, so... Oh boy, this might take a while. But, still, no matter what though, it's about the fact that at least we still able to... Well, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I apologize for my commentary, it's a little bit slightly awkward at this point today, but that's just mainly because I'm just still pretty excited to able to actually finally get a chance to play Super Mario Bros. Wonder once that game comes out until tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure what the reviews is going to turn out to be for the sake of the forms of Super Mario Bros. Wonder game, but let me know in the comments down below. So, but even then, though, oh yeah, we've somehow managed to accomplish Armory Room, so, or technically speaking, it's called Armory, just Armory in particular, so. Anyways, for that room right there, this pretty much leads us to the final optional ghost you can able to take him on. But before I do that, I need to take care of this godforsaken Boo, because for some reason, that, again, he's pretty much a high defense while he was in a dark room, but while in the light room, that he has less defense to able to worry about, so. Anyways, though, so let's just go ahead and capture that particular Boo right here, so I just want to get this done and over with. Oh, really? Okay, come on. Come on, that's it. Alright, there we go. So we now have 43 Boos so far. So that's actually, oh man, quite a busy work, you know? Especially concerning for the fact that, maybe potentially speaking, that we might able to actually capture all the Boos, or the last few Boos for this video. So because of that, well, by that time and during the forms of in tomorrow anyway, we can pretty much guarantee we can able to actually finish up the first playthrough of Luigi's Mansion, because as I said before, that still we are playing the PAL version of the game, so because of that though, we can pretty much able to actually save that particular topic of certain differences that you find from the any other versions of the second playthrough. So here's another ruby right there, which if you check that specific part, then it basically just gives you a nice glorious ruby in your hands. So yeah, that's actually super top notch and everything. So either way, oh, what's up with this weird thingy right there? Although to be quite frank here, I'm pretty sure this guy's name is Jarvis, and he loves collecting a whole bunch of jars basically. So anyways though, once we're able to realize is that we need to deal with this specific challenge right there, and basically all we have to do in this part is that this is what the ice element comes into play, and basically all you have to do is just basically we need to able to keep on firing the ice right at Jarvis for about 7 times, and once you successfully try to able to hit him 7 times, basically though, the fight actually begins. So relatively an easy segment as you can tell, but if you're too slow or if you don't get all 7 of him during in time, obviously you got to retry it. So, and I believe we somehow hit him for about 7 times now. So because of that, yeah, it looks like the results are in, and well, he lost. So as a result, we can now take him on. So either way, and eventually at some point, form or another, is that certain parts do come to life, which as a result they're about to try to attack you while you're able to actually try to suck up Jarvis. But either way though, another gold frame. Huzzah. And obviously about the fact that it once again just brings you to the green treasure chest. So as a result, it contains the final grey diamond. So that should be quite enough. Well, not exactly for the sake of the first run through on the PAL version of the game for able to get the best rank results. But then again though, we'll save that particular topic in a later time. So, oh, it's actually a Boo in here. Oh, of course, we meet again, Burrang, but this time we're now gonna have to. Okay. It seems he got away before I was expecting to say it for this point. And talking of which, his, oh, it's just the exactly the same Boo again, so as the forms of how it does it on, Clockwork Room. So, oh, what the heck? What's up? What's going on here? Oh, jeez, those Boos are out of control right here. Although, luckily though, as I said before, we did somehow lit up every single rooms for the most part, except for the last one. I think something tells me with the last room in the 3rd floor will be for later, because relatively speaking though is about the fact I believe the next thing we need to hit into is to go back onto the basement floor in order able to actually continue our progressioning here. So, but of course, before I do that, I need to take care of those Boos first, so. But then again though, sometimes it can take a bit while to able to actually capturing them, so hopefully we'll manage, but hopefully we should able to get him just right now. So that pretty much leads us to 44, so huzzah, and awesome at the same time. So anyway though, So there's also another thing I want to classify for mentioning about this as well, is that potentially speaking also, that's until tomorrow anyway, is that Spider-Man 2 is going to be releasing tomorrow for the PlayStation 5. So yeah, double the actual, the awesome games coming out until tomorrow. So oh, in addition to that, is about the fact that also during that time, the UK version of My Little Pony the movie, specifically the UK version most notably, will be eventually became 6 years old until tomorrow. So because of that though, yeah, I can't even believe it's been about, you know, still 6 years ago since when that particular film first came out in America. Well, despite the fact that I accidentally seen the film leaked online before I able to actually get a chance to see it on the big screen back in the day, but even then though, that's all I can really say about that. So, but anyway though, so we're able to actually caught the 45th boo, so naturally we've got 5 boos left, so even then, now, keep this in mind, is that, remember what I said before, that usually 40 boos is the maximum you can able to get up to able to actually go into the final room in a game? Well, if you're able to actually tackle through the second playthrough on the PAL version of the game, or in some cases in Hidden Mansion mode, you do need to require 5 more boos, which pretty much leads us to 45 boos, in order to able to actually access the final room in the entire Hidden Mansion playthrough. So I just want to classify that for mentioning about this right from the start. So, boomerang again. Oh, jeez. Come on, let's just see if we can able to finish you off. There we go. Oh, wait. I'm glad that's been done. So, jeez. So we're now up to 46. So we've only got 4 boos left. So I believe the 50th and the final one is going to be located somewhere in the 3rd floor. So, but then again, we'll pretty much have to tackle for that in a later time. So, hopefully by that time we're able to get enough time to able to do so. So anyways though, let's just go ahead and utilize the mirror travel system as soon as we're able to actually scan it first. So, there we go. And now we can able to focus on back onto the forms of the basement floor. So that way we can now able to take care of the next 2 rooms. So yeah, it seems that we've almost done, folks. We're pretty much almost done here. So anyways though, yeah, let's talk about the forms of how the fact that, oh yeah, there's actually a new Splatfest is going to be on its way. During at some point by the end of October, basically. So as a result, the next Splatfest for Splatoon 3 is going to take place, and it appears to be a Halloween-themed Splatfest, which as a result, does manage to able to contain 3 different types of teams. So, like for instance, there's a zombie team, skeleton team, and finally ghost team. So, yeah. That's essentially how that goes, basically. So, I think the actual Splatfest is about to start until on the 28th of October, but then it finishes until, specifically the 30th of October, just about a day before Halloween is about to start. So, yeah, it's kind of, convincing about the fact that we can pretty much guaranteed able to celebrate Halloween during that period. Well, usually, relatively speaking, it's been about quite a few days since I actually mentioned something Halloween related. Well, apart from the fact that for one particular thing in mind, that also I just realized I forgot able to heal up my health system as far as I'm concerned. But either way, seriously, those green stuff is really irritating me. But luckily though, we can able to take down those. Go away. Oh jeez, something tells me we need to deal with these guys. Although we still managed to get ourselves our ice elements with us, because, well, assuming of course we need to take care of the forms of this room first, if we decide to lit up the room, and then basically we can able to actually just to try to sort things out with that particular, some part of the water over there, and we can able to potentially try to freeze it up. And that way, it should pretty much lead us to this little, turning wheel thingy right there, and relatively speaking, we can able to turn off the water off. That's it. It's turned off. Yeah, I've almost said something related to Piglet's big game. I'll have to be quite frank here. But either way, so now we get ourselves our glorious next key. So yeah, it seems that pretty much allows us to able to actually access to the next room down there. So Anyway, so, before we, get onto that, though, we need to take care of another boo right here. So, oh, jeez. Still 300 health that he's got, so, oh, seriously. How do I expect able to get hit by this boo quite a few times? I know the actual room is still a bit too small to able to walk around, but either way, oh, it's so close to finish him off. But that's okay, because hopefully, okay, it's just the actual boo ball, but who cares about that? So, I suppose no matter what, though, we'll go ahead and, take care of this particular thing right now. And yeah, I know for a fact that the music starts to get slightly slower, but that's just because my health is almost depleting, so... But hopefully we're able to gather some more health by that time whenever we're able to... Seriously, though! Okay, just need to grab the, Actually, I'll be, back for the fire element until for later, because we now ended up in the forms of cold, storage, so... Yeah, it seems kind of freezing for that particular room, as far as I can definitely tell from the start. And, yeah, let me just go ahead and take care of this boo quickly. Assuming, of course, about the fact he does not get in my way at one point. And in fact, he did somehow manage to, get in my way sometimes. Alright, come on. Get back in the forms of the cellar, boo. I think something tells me he's obviously going to go into the cold storage room right there, so... I suppose no matter what, though, I think it's probably going to go... Oh, jeez. And not only that, in the cold storage room, we have to do with ice physics at one point, so... Oh, man. Okay, come on. Come on, you're almost done. And he's probably gonna go back into that particular other room as we've already been into, so... Oh, man. Oh, yeah, the pipe room, that's what it's called, so... Alright, come on, come on, alright! Whew, 3 more to go. So, I think something tells me I accidentally missed one somewhere, but, I'll be back for that once we're able to take care of other stuff first. So, likely or so, it's able to actually wrap things up everything for, cold storage room, so... Yeah, it's pretty freezing in here, so, and a good thing we've already did manage to able to equip, the fire element with us, because in order to able to actually deal with this next portrait ghost, lit up those firewood, and it should able to reveal, the next portrait ghost, so, and something tells me he's probably going to be able to have a fight with us, so, I believe, alongside with the forms of 5th Atlas, or Atlas rather, this is also one of the hardest, portrait ghosts to able to actually get a gold frame on. Well, that's mainly because not only do you have to deal with ice physics, but it's also, as you can tell, on the ceiling, there are some icicles on the actual ceiling, which as a result, if you get hit once, you pretty much won't be able to get a chance to able to get a gold frame if you get hit. So, that was really close to able to get the gold frame on this particular fight, but that's okay, because I literally try my best. So, anyway, so now we basically deal with this particular portrait ghost here. Although, relatively speaking now, I will able to actually look upon that much biography at some form or another, so... Also, get a load of this voice. Although, relatively speaking though, oh, Luigi just slits, and as soon as when he obtains the key, that's actually quite something to behold. So, anyways though, so let's just go ahead and check those, Oh yeah, Luigi's voice is actually gonna get higher. It's just a boo ball. Man, I love that voice, especially it feels a little bit more, hyper-energetic, or just anything else like that. Even though it's a bit tricky to explain, because I know for a fact it's been about quite a few hours ago since I actually have last played this, and, he's gonna go back onto the, or he's now onto the pipe room, so we'll definitely get able to capture him for the sake of time. I don't think I've got enough time to able to actually deal with the last room for the time being, but definitely tomorrow for sure, to able to mark the celebration for the release of, you know, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So, Oh yeah, talking of which though, when it comes to the forms of Sonic Superstars actually, I did somehow manage able to discover whenever I managed able to boot up the Xbox One version of the game. Basically, what I found out is that that game does have about roughly 39 trophies on the PS4 version, although on the Xbox One version only contains 38 achievements, or maybe something relates to that. So, but even then no, although I'm not exactly sure what version of the game that we could probably gonna do a Let's Play on, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be playing the Switch version on my own time, because obviously, well, the graphics is not perfect on the Switch version, but like I said before, it runs very, very well during the course of in a Switch version, so likely on 60 frames per second, like I said before. And in addition to that is about the fact that, well, relatively speaking now, I think that the PS4 version and the Xbox One version is going to have some best visuals department, so at least what I was thinking about this anyway, so anyways though, so before we move on to the next room that we can able to actually explore into, and in fact no matter what though, is that after dealing with that particular portrait ghost in that particular cold storage, basically though is about the fact that I think that was actually the final regular key that we can able to utilize to able to actually open up one of those doors in particular, so anyways though, because something tells me is about the fact that once we're able to actually come across into the final room in the 3rd floor, basically though we can pretty much guarantee we might able to stumble across into a final shaped key. Oh, got it. Alright. So it looks like we only down to 2 left, so yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the last 2 boos are, so hopefully I'm also able to try to find them, so as much as I can. So, yeah, because as a result of that particular matter what though, is that I'm pretty certain that the achievement/trophies or achievement/trophies in Sonic Superstars is gonna be once again pretty easy. Well, the only time exception to this is of course you do need to acquire 2 or more controllers in order to able to get one of those achievements or trophies, so oh boy, this might take a bit while, especially concerning for the fact that if I was trying to go for a true completionist for the sake of the forms of certain Sonic games, then obviously I'm gonna have to do that. So yeah, and in fact no matter what though, I'm actually gonna be doing the exactly same technique as I did for the sake of the forms of Sonic Adventure 2, for the likes of one of those DLC achievements or trophies for that matter. But here's the most problematic thing I feel like when it comes to doing this process, is that I feel like that much like the forms of how it does it on most of those New Super Mario Bros. Games, specifically New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. U, including New Super Luigi U as well, and in addition to that, with Super Mario 3D World as well, basically the camera does not keep up with your speed. So because of that though, yeah, that's why my main concern with the forms of that particular process as far as this is concerned. So maybe if I was trying to able to actually hook up into another controller and stuff like that, or potentially speaking if I was trying to go ahead and buy a brand new, another controller for that matter, but then again though, I've trying to able to think about that for the time being, so at least not now anyway though. So anywho, so either way, it looks like we've only got one more boo left, and so we're basically done capturing certain boos in the original Luigi's Mansion game. So because of that, oh yeah, one thing I want to classify for mentioning about this as well is that potentially speaking, I was about the fact that, as I mentioned this before, ever since during the forms of in yesterday's video or something like that, basically though, during the forms of my 3DS run through on my own time, basically though is about the fact that I stumbled across into an extra gem by complete accident, which as a result, I'm not exactly sure what that is though, but even then though, I suppose we're able to mention more about it during the future times and beyond. So anyway, so let's go ahead and unlock this next room right here. And this is the final normal key we're going to be using, so... And this will pretty much lead us to the final room in the 3rd floor, which pretty much leads us to this particular room, filled to the brim with a lot of paintings and stuff like that, and this appears to be the artist's studio. So, I wonder who able to actually create all of those familiar ghosts, as we've already come across into. I wonder... Oh, it's this guy. So I suppose no matter what though, in this particular part right here is going to be all about an endurance run. So because of this though, meaning about the fact that we need to fight all of those different types of ghosts in this particular room itself. So, yeah, you start things off with the forms of gold ghosts and eventually pink punchers, all the way up to those very weird purple ghosts. They liked able to go upside down and toss bombs at us. So, yeah, relatively a pretty fun room, I'm not gonna lie. In fact, no matter what though, every time whenever I go to this particular room, I always attempt able to like this particular section the most. Even though there are quite a few scenarios where sometimes though, that, you know, certain ghosts really likes able to screw you up at points. Mainly the blue ones, most notably, because sometimes, though, if you get in contact with the forms of that hand slam attack, basically, though, you're guaranteed able to lose some bit of coins and also lost a little bit of health, as you can tell. So because of that, though, yeah, it might be a bit of a tricky room to able to actually go into, but either way, though, once you get the hang of it, though, it might not be too bad. So, oh, okay. Best strategy for this is that if you see when the blue ghost decides to able to go ahead and use the hand slam attack, and basically you have to escape for that particular vacuum stuff. So, yeah, definitely a little bit of a tricky ghost to deal with. So, but luckily though, I'm hoping anyway, I can able to actually get some of my health back. So, at least if I was thinking about this anyway, so it doesn't look like it. So, oh well, no big deal, because now we can able to take care of those 3 red strangler variants, as you can tell. So, although I would have liked able to utilize the flame so that I can able to deal with this part a little bit easier, but maybe I suppose we'll able to try to utilize the element stuff in a later time. So, alright, so let's get rid of these guys. We've been like 3 suck up things all at once, which is actually pretty remarkable for the sake of time. And of course, we meet again with the forms of the actual garbage ghosts, as you can tell. But, relatively speaking though, oh jeez! Oh, okay, thank you. Again, for that particular very weird jump scare animation, decides to able to save me from not to lose too many health and all that stuff. Oh yeah, one thing I would classify for knowing something like this is that, did you know, on the front cover of Luigi's Mansion, it doesn't matter if it's either the 3DS or the GameCube versions, that apparently though, the Luigi's face looks very similar to the forms of how it does it on the actual, the DVD cover for Home Alone, where Kevin was actually terrified. So, at least if I was assuming so anyway. Mind you, it's been a very long while since I actually have last watched Home Alone, because obviously I consider Home Alone to be a Christmas movie, because obviously with Christmas settings and all that stuff, filled to the brim with a lot of slapstick humor, and on top of that, a lot of like booby traps and stuff like that. It's very similar to Tom and Jerry cartoons, so, and yeah, you probably name the rest of that kind of stuff. So, either way, that takes care of every single ghost in here, and while we're at it though, he really wants to able to fight against with you, but ultimately speaking though, it's pretty simple to able to actually get a grasp with. So because of that, let's go ahead and suck him up, and hopefully we'll able to actually get ourselves a gold frame on this run, because considering for the fact that I'm really hoping that the poison mushroom does not screw me up. So in fact, no matter what though, yay! Haha! I got myself my glorious gold frame. So, and it actually, as it turns out, the treasure chest painting did somehow come to life a bit, and as a result, this pretty much leads us to the final shaped key, which appears to be the spade key. So, and this will pretty much lead us to the final room in the entire playthrough. So, usually it's taking place in the basement floor. So, even though technically we've already seen that particular bit of a room early on in the bottom of the well, but now we're going to be able to actually fight against with the last Boo in the game before the main king himself, which appears to be King Boo. So, but even though that might actually explains about the forms of how the fact that, well, I don't know about you, because like I said before, it's been about quite a few hours since I actually have last played this, because like I said before, I've been busy playing Sonic Superstars recently, and in fact, recently though, that Sonic Superstars actually receives the actual update, which as a result is now on to version 1.05 so far, even though it's not clear on how the fact that what that does. So, but even then, I'm sure that a lot of Sonic fans out there will have a lot of enjoyable time able to actually experience Sonic Superstars. It doesn't matter what versions of the game you're going to be playing on. So, even then though, let me know in the comments down below for the question of the day. What was your first impressions of playing Sonic Superstars on your own time? Which, let me tell you, I actually really enjoy it so far. Even though the physics might take a bit while to get used to, because I'm pretty much used to with the retro engine physics for the sake of Sonic Origins Plus. But as a result of that particular matter though, it does take me some bit of time to get used to. So, anyway, once you caught all 50 boos, as you can see, we're able to actually come across into the second gold diamond. So, and yeah, that's all I can really think about it. So, by the way, something worth noting for is that since I accidentally saved my game, if you dare accidentally saved and then turn off the game, unfortunately though, you lose the ability to able to keep your second gold diamonds with you. So, the best strategy I can think about it is that, well, you obviously have to select no for able to save the game, and then as a result, you should able to have no problems with that at all. Although, relatively speaking though, it's about the fact that you also need to restart the entire fight again, so, and in addition to that though, you're really hoping that you don't get a disk error screen, so, anyways though, so with that being said though, good thing I did save the game, so with that said, we got the endings off here, so join me next time for more of Let's Play of Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube / Nintendo 3DS as a remake. Well, we're about to go into the final boss in the game, and hopefully we'll save Mario for good. So, see you guys until tomorrow. Later, fellas.